Hey, Steve Stine here. Thank you so much for joining me for my 10-minute rock licks lessons, where we're going to be looking at different fun and creative rock licks that you can use in your playing. If you like this, please do me a favor, like and share and subscribe to the channel, and check out my guitar courses, namely my guitar course Rock Licks, over at guitar-zoom.com. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, in this 10-minute rock lick, what we're going to be looking at is adding thirds and sixths to your playing, and we're going to be using E major as our template. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to start off by just looking at E major. Now, of course, it certainly helps to know more of your fretboard to be able to use these in a creative manner. So the more positions you know and things like that, certainly the better that that's going to benefit you. So basically, if we were looking at thirds, what we're going to do is we're just going to start off by looking at this on the middle two strings, on the third and fourth strings. So basically what I'm going to do here is if I think about the E major chord, and I go to this E right here, the root right here, on the fourth string, okay? And then I go to the third string, first fret right here, okay? And all I'm doing is I'm extracting those two notes from that E major chord right there, okay? So I'm playing the root and the major third. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build up following all the subsequent chords of the key. Now, if you don't know the chords of the key, it's okay too. But if you do, we have a major 1, minor 2, minor 3, major 4, major 5, minor 6, and diminished 7. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play major, and then I'm going to move up to the 2 chord F sharp minor here. I'm going to play a minor triad using the root and the third. So I'm going major, minor, minor, major, major, that'd be for the 4 and the 5 chord, minor, and then we'd move up again and we'd have diminished, but when we're just using the root and the third, it still looks like a minor right here. So the great thing about this is you can think just this pattern. Even if you don't know your theory, you can think major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor. Again, the chord itself would be diminished, but that first interval there would still be minor. And then major. So if I was visualizing my major scale, whether I'm looking at pentatonic or whether I'm looking at diatonic, whatever it might be, I can see all those sitting right there, and then I just have to learn to get a bit creative with it. So one thing I would recommend is not just playing them all in order all the time, but learn to maneuver and use them that way. Okay? So major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor, and then the octave would start all over again. And of course you can learn this on multiple strings, and that would take a little longer than 10 minutes because there's another conversation we're going to have about sixth as well. And I only want to do this for 10 minutes here. So what we're going to do is just start off by exploring those on the third and fourth strings. Again, using maybe pentatonic, or if you know your diatonic scale. Learn to utilize the single notes of your scale along with the groupings of these chord fragments that we're playing here. You know, you might play something like this. You might come in and then drop down. Right? Okay, now let's add in the sixth, because this is what I really like to do as well, is we're going to take and go from that same note, the root right here, and we're going to start off right here, and this is going to be a major interval. Now, it's going to look a little different, although we can memorize the pattern as well. So when we're going off of here, what I'm doing is playing 2 on the 4th string and 2 on the 2nd string. And I'm using a middle finger and my ring finger here, okay? So my pattern now would be major, major, and then minor. So notice I'm playing 2s, 4s, and then right here I'm going to play 6, and I'm going to play 5 right there. So there's a minor. And then I've got major, major, and then minor, minor, and then it starts all over again. Okay? So you just get used to, again, that visual shape coming off of the root. So if you want to do this in a different key, again, mine are starting off the 4th string here. So I'm going major, major, minor, major, major, minor, minor, and then it would start all over the next octave. And these are really fun because if you look at it and you think, like what I like to do sometimes is I'll be working through and then drop into something like that. Now let me show you these as well. I like to look at it from the E right here as well on the 5th string. So now my major would actually look like this. Because of the string tuning, it's a little bit different when you look at things happening on the B string there. So if we're up here on the 7th fret, I've got 7 and 6 on the 5th and 3rd strings there. So that's major, major, and then minor. Notice how I have to go to 11 and 9. And then I've got major, major, minor, minor. So it's following the same logic as it did on here on the 4th string. Okay, major, major, minor, major, major, right? If we look here. Okay, so what I'll do is let's just take a look here. Let's say I've got this major here and this major here. And I also have those sitting right there, right? So I could combine these and they sound nice, and they break up, again, the single note ideas that you're doing. So if you're playing something, and there's nothing wrong with single note ideas. We need those, right? But then you can drop into something like that, or you can come out of it into something like that. So definitely something that you can add into your playing. So again, just explore this a little bit. So we're looking at thirds on the 3rd and 4th strings, starting from the root, right? And then we're looking at sixths, starting from the root on the 4th string as well as the root on the 5th string. And they do take a little time to get used to if you've never done them before, as far as visualizing them. When you pick them, you can pick them a couple of different ways. You might pick them with a guitar pick, of course. But you can also do what's called hybrid picking, where you pick one note with your pick, and then you pick another one with your finger. In this case, I'm using my middle finger. See? Whatever's most comfortable for you. So anyway, that's a really fun thing to add into your playing as well. So do me a favor, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. And if you want to check more of this sort of thing out, head over to guitarzoom.com and check out my guitar course, Rock Licks, among, of course, other courses